Anyway, yeah, so let's get right into the game. We have a 2v2 on Lier-No. How annoying. Well, and by the way, with this format, I've never done this before, but I'll probably, you know, look at the chat only like a few times because, you know, I'll be more absorbed by what these lovely people are doing. So, yeah, we have two Americans.
Steady up, fellas.
So, of course, it was Sakis Mondeo that sent the replay because he's the one that sends all the replays. And we've got Relic Lover Zero Bytes, who's his friend. And they're playing against the Germans, the Wehrmacht over here, HR Paschulke, and Mr. Bimmler. And they're playing on the glorious map of Lier-No, which is the most annoying map in existence. Most annoying map in existence.
I got orders, boys.
Let's try to do this a little quick, because I'm guessing that nothing's going to happen in the ultimate game. We have, yeah, interesting.
I smell orders.
Rifleman coming in. So he's going to spam rifles, and he's going to spam rifles. No one's going to spam anything else. He's going to spam folks, and he's going to get an MG. Wow. How original. These people are just, like, blowing my mind with their originality in the play. Bloody rifles.
Orders!
Looks like he built some barbed wire, and he's trying to cap the...
Ready for action.
What? German red... Oh, no. It's just rifle company. Gets into building, very, very good, because with this building he can, like, essentially cover this entire middle area, but there is a lot of German infantry here, so he's going to probably have a little bit of trouble. We have the MG42 as well from the south, and now he's going to need to flank that with his other riflemen. So that's 4 rifleman squads versus a lot of Germans, and I think that the Germans are in a good position, especially because they've got the Sturmhaus that can get into close range with the rifles. Doing that, but finally they do so, and now they inflict a lot of pain on that house. It doesn't really matter that the MG is getting flanked by these rifles because it's in the building, so it's not going to really take all that much damage. And the German units are better at long range, so their Kar-98s are going to beat the M1 Garand in these kind of building-to-building engagements. So there goes most of the Sturm Pioneer squad, but also most of the American infantry is taking heavy damage. What is going to turn around the fight for the Allies might be the same mortar. Mortar, of course, a very, very good thing to deal with enemy buildings, but we also have a German mortar that can counter the American mortar. In fact, the American mortar is even taking MG42 fire from the building over here, so that's not very, very great for them. We have the Americans capturing the north, which is kind of fine. Kind of fine, kind of not. And yeah, as I said, the Americans in the middle can't really fight this German kind of rifle wall that they're using the buildings for, but they're taking the flanks, which is, I guess, kind of okay for them. So they're going to have chances to come back from, you know, from a position where they have a bit more resources than the enemy, but of course they're losing in terms of the positioning because the enemies in the center are going to have some very, very good defenses. Of course you like pizza. Portuguese cipher. Everyone likes Portuguese pizza. Yes, Portuguese pizza.
Ground's ours. Now spread out. Move complete. Target secured.
We just have some light mortar dueling. Of course, Sakis Mondeo very smartly decided to pick some flamethrowers. If he can get that flamer, he's going to have a counter to the buildings, but he is in a very bad position, so he has to retreat. So that flamethrower will not... Oh, he escaped. Wow, incredible.
Rifle squad ready for action.
2 American mortars, 1 for each player. That might be a little bit too much because they don't have any units to defend the mortars, but I guess it's pretty fine. He's coming up with the rifleman and trying to get counter to this German push that they're doing. Of course, they can cap the northern fuel and the VPs, but yeah, with the rifleman over here, they're probably not going to succeed. And in the center and the south, again, the center is still German, but the south we have the Americans playing very well and kind of managing to get a good foothold. Now with their rifles, they're going to be at an advantage in these kinds of engagements where enemies are very, very close. So now he can 2v1 the Sturm Pioneers, and I guess he's gonna run away instead of 2v1ing the Sturmpires. Might have been a mistake. Because now he might lose the south. But the Sturmpile is running as well, so I guess that's fine.
A capture point is being overrun.
Squad, get ready!
Actually, hold on. I might try to do something. Maybe this way, this Twitch stream is gonna go better. USF needs them Flammenwerfers. Yeah, well, especially to deal with what the Germans are doing right now with the center. Yeah, I would say that the flamethrowers on the Rifle Company are going to be very, very important. At least in the early to mid-game. And yeah, in fact, Relic Lover went for another counter to the building sort of garrison scheme. That is the mortar half-track. And now he's coming in, wow, actually manages to get around the machine gun and sends the mortars home. So that's very, very good. Now he can push up and cap the center. There's some BRs for Segismundeo, so gonna get some firepower on the field that can, you know, defeat the Germans on the open and on long range. So that's great.
Pay attention this
Captain on the field as well. So he's gonna try to go for the Stuart, I'm guessing. And yeah, that could be a great idea because the Germans right now, again, are relying mostly on things like machine guns to really suppress the American infantry and then win. But if the Stuart is around, well, they're gonna have a very, very hard time with that. So that's good. When the half-track moves up, and there's actually ambulances for the Americans. One of them should just move up, to be honest, because I mean, if you have two ambulances at base, it doesn't really make a difference. You might as well just push one up and have a reinforcement in the field kind of situation.
Listen up! Shoot up here!
Looks like he's gonna lose his rear echelons, which is sad.
Promotions in!
Rip.
We lost an infantry unit. They
Now
got
the
wiped
Germans are
out.
converging on the center, as you can see, coming in from like two flanks, which might be bad for the Allies.
Ready. Send
The
order.
mortars can't really do anything to stop it. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that Relic Lover 0 bites. Oh, he's going for the lieutenant now.
We have a lieutenant.
But he
reporting in
probably
for
should
duty.
have done that earlier so that he would have had a machine gun for this kind of situation. Now, as you can see, the Bar Riflemen getting absolutely crushed, and now the rear echelons in the building need to run or face the might of the German STG-44s,
Got a rifle
which are
squad waiting for
absolutely
orders.
smashing them. Mortar is also moving up. That might be a mistake because he's now going to be wiped out, and now the Germans can steal the mortar or at least salvage it for themselves. And they can actually take down the second mortar here as well. And there's the mortar half-track, but they're going to go after the mortar half-track first, which might be a mistake. But the Panzerfaust missed. Are you kidding me? That's retarded. Anyway, so that's going to allow both of the mortars to escape.
Let's go!
Wow. Aw. No, Portuguese cipher is AFK. How shall I survive? Yes, Twitch going relatively well now. Not really. Not really. And they did not salvage nor steal the mortar, which is of course a very, very bad thing because now the Allies can catch that mortar again. They can even wipe out a Sturm Pioneer. That would be pretty great. Oh no, don't go in the building! No! No, why? You could have just chased them. Now you've got less rifles firing out of there, and you cannot chase them. But the captain comes around with the Thompson. Can he get the last finishing blows? No, he cannot, because he's bad. He can't shoot. And now all the Germans have to run away back to base. That's pretty bad for them, as that just can't use all of this open. But there's some actual grenadiers in the rear, almost wiping out the second flamethrower squad. And not getting enough time to Panzerfaust the mortar half-track into death. So I guess that's okay for the Nazis. They keep most of their units, but they lose some of their positions, and really now the Allies should be using this opportunity, exploiting it to get some northern points, I feel like. I might be playing Dankest Tower, yes. Not today, but, well, I'll definitely play Dankest Tower. I'll be playing a whatchamacallit, a mod called Peace Without Victory, which is about the interwar years, essentially from 1920 to, the 30s and 40s. But it gets pretty bad as it goes on because, of course, it's kind of still in development. It's difficult for everything to work correctly for such a long time. Not to have any bugs, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be trying to play it as I guess kind of as little as possible. And yeah, that should be the thing. But I won't do it on stream, because I think that streaming Darkest Tower might be pretty bad, because it's an old game. It's got a lot of problems with working with recording software, and
We just lost a unit.
And I'd prefer just recording so that if anything bad happens, I can just hop back to the save or something. Game's got a few bugs, as much as I love it.
Listen up over here! Amen. Stand by.
Is that a black joke?
Boys, you ready to roll out?
M21 mortar half track. So as I've been speaking about random shit, it seems like the Allies are still having problems, despite all of what the Germans kind of gifted to them. Is that grenade gonna kill the mortar half? No, of course not. I believe he wants to use repair critical. Repair critical. Come on, repair critical. No.
Sniffing around our asses.
Killed with the rifle.
Being captured.
Yeah, at least he got his vehicle out, so he can hop it back onto another vehicle. In the meantime, it looks like these American troops from Segismundeo have been blobbing down in the south, and they got a few kills, which is quite good. Now they can try to come around, but there's a machine gun waiting for them in this building, so that's not that great. Not that great indeed. However, if they can come around and get like a smoke in there from the... Oh, he does not have the smoke grenade. He cannot use the ability when carrying a flamethrower. But he can smoke from the captain, so that's well done. Now he's not going to get suppressed, but he's going to get killed, which is worse, of course. And there goes the Flammenwerfer. There goes the Flammenwerfer. So from an overall standpoint, I feel like the Allies are slowly but surely coming back into this, but they need to be really looking into the late game, because at this point they don't really have any armor out, but they're starting to get into that point. So as you can see, a major is coming out for Segismundeo, and Relic Lover 0 Bytes has 136 fuel, which means that he can get his own major. Then we have the ability to get a priest for the company, and of course the EZA Shermans from Rifle Company, although normal Shermans are a thing as well. And they need to think about what the Germans are going to be doing as well. So I would say that since they don't see any armor out for now, and the Germans have generally held most of the field, even though now it is the Allies that hold most of the field, I would say that the Allies need to be thinking about the Germans going for late game armor, such as Panthers. And in fact, Paschulke is going for tier 4, whereas Mr. Bimmler is still kind of waiting on his truck, so he's not really picking anything yet, not exposing his position.
Here's the deal. A capture point is under attack.
Ready! Stand by! Listen up! Grenade! Hit the guard!
We're losing a capture point.
That bundle grenade could have done more damage, and those Pants Grenadiers are incredibly lucky to escape. I guess they're lucky once and unlucky in their design. That's good for them, I guess.
Squad! My squad's ready! Squad, get ready!
Damn, Toyo.
Right flank! Steady up. Orders! Listen up! Area secure! Enemy contact!
What are they doing? What are they doing? There's a Panzerwerfer. That's an interesting choice. He wants to clearly counter these infantry globs, and it's probably going to work. Well done. Absolutely smashing an infantry squad. So getting the kill on the squad, of course, by default. And now... it seems like the allies are going to need to worry about artillery as well as other things. In terms of the VPs, the victory points, we have that the allies are, well, relatively below the axis, but it's kind of even. And wow, that mortar.
Okay, go ahead. Send! Run through it!
A capture point is under attack.
We have a bit of a push down south for our good American player.
Gun batteries report barrage strikes now available in your sector.
He's got the time on target, but I mean, no static targets in the enemy area of operations that he can use it on, so probably not going to be the most useful. Is it going to be a grenade? It's going to be a grenade, but he's going to miss very, very much. And now he needs to run away, but he's going to be wiped out. Very, very sad. Another infantry squad goes down for the Americans, which is of course quite bad. And now the Germans are pushing up in the north, as you can see from the map, as well as in the south. Can they really... well, it's an incendiary grenade, but not that great. Okay, I guess he did use the time on target barrage. Destroy the Rakemenwerfer. That's a lot of munitions just for a Rakemenwerfer. Why do we have no armor on yet?
We're losing a capture
Honestly,
point.
that's kind of weird. I think, yeah, he's waiting for his 8.
We lost an infantry unit.
Panzerwerfer.
They got wiped out.
Yet again firing and yet again wiping out a squad. There's just lots of wipes coming in from all over, and I think that these players really need to be more careful with their troops. Unit preservation right now is really hurting them because they're just losing squads left and right. So they need to start to... ooh, wow, that was very, very close. Need to start to be more careful with their units, otherwise they're going to be without veterans in the late game, and that's going to be bad for all of them. Arigato. Hello, cutie kitty. Hope you're enjoying your afternoon.
Prepare for action.
Really? Are you just gonna leave your MG in this building next to the base? Might be a little bit too far.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
Is that a Scott? No, it's not a Scott. It's a support gun. Heck, officer, sorry. Finally, a bit of a switch up from the Americans. Looks like we have one player now going north and trying to secure that, instead of both going into the center and then every once in a while going south. So this is going to make the German kind of defense a little bit more difficult because they're going to have to deal with enemies on more sides. And also, they don't have anything prepared up here. They don't have any machine guns, no bunkers, no buildings. Yeah. Firing, but it's not. And these riflemen need to run away quickly, because otherwise these STG-44s are going to eat them up. 2 grenades coming in, not wiping out any enemy squads, but here comes the EZ-8. However, it's doing the baddies because he's walking through the VP, which means that he's going to get spotted. Now he comes in, and the Rakemenwerfer is ready to just switch around and fire on him, get him to run away. Normal Sherman up here actually wipes out a Grenadier squad and kills every last single one of them and makes them drop the LMG-42. They also might get wiped over here. The second Grenadier squad. Come on, Sherman. Can you aim correctly for freedom? Yeah, democracy. Chase him. Chase him. America. Yeah, well done. Okay, so he has destroyed all of the Grenadiers in the north. That's great, because the Grenadiers, of course, are the ones that can actually fight up in the north because there's no cover here, and the Panzer Grenadiers are useless up here.
behind our lines. Headquarters attacked.
So now, from being pushed back to the base, Relic Lover Zero Bytes has completely turned us around and pushed into the enemy base. Yeah, it's all about RNGesus, and hey, Burgermeister, that is pretty shit reservation sometimes.
Stand by order.
Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust. Raketwerfer is toast. However, there's also the EZ-8 to think about. EZ-8's going to do a nasty Panzerwerfer barrage, and actually the Sherman doesn't survive. He almost survived. Honestly, if he had popped the smoke,
We just
if he had
lost a
popped the
medium
smoke, he
tank.
might have survived. But I guess that's fine for him. Yeah, probably could have popped the smoke. Mr. Bimler can now go for command camper because of course he went for special operations. What else would he do? And now, if he goes for the command panther, he gets a pretty big advantage in that there's an EZ-8, of course. Def to support guns. There's an EZ-8, of course, so the command panther would be pretty great against that.
Under fire.
Chase him down for freedom. Kill him.
Rifle squad ready for
Did
action.
not kill him. Sad. Oh wow, he bought a pack. That's incredible. Should have done that a while ago. Packs are pretty good.
Ready.
Wouldn't have been destroyed by the Sherman if we had a pack.
Grenadiers ready. Okay, go ahead.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Okay, back ready.
Wait. I love this. The vehicle crew with the LMG 42s. This is just like, what the hell? I don't even know anymore. What has the world come to? Non c'è più religione. Panzerwerfer! Pretty well aimed. Can he destroy the MG? Yes, he can. Yet another wipe. He's fired like 4 times and gotten 3 wipes every 75% of his things. Oh, that was an unfortunate miss. He could have wiped out that Vet free
Got a
force.
report of an infantry unit
But,
being wiped out.
of course, because of the Raketwerfer down here, he's getting absolutely obliterated. He needs to run away.
Orders. Listen up.
Come on, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. What will you do? So I'm thinking that Sigismund is going to go for... That was a great combination of grenade and support gun. Will you die? Dude, you're dead. Just fall down. So I'm guessing that Sigismund is going to go for the spam of EZ-8, which might not be the greatest idea in the world because there's a lot of Panthers. Or it might be the greatest idea in the world because there's a lot of Panthers. It all depends on the RNG and EZ-8 versus Panthers. It can either go very badly for you or kind of good. Because it can pan the Panther, it's just got a relatively decent chance of not panning from the front. Wait, what? Did you throw a grenade at the Panther? Seriously.
Tank destroyer
What is
ready
this
for action.
rifle squad doing? Drunken rifles. Anyway, as you can see right now, the Allies are in a much better position than they were earlier because they were just kind of pushed back to their base, but now they've kind of extended themselves to the north, and they can really put up some pressure in the south and center, which is of course quite good, and yeah. I guess the OKW was thinking about saving up for the KT, popping up on the field. Americans trying to push up north and getting a nasty cancer barrage to the face for the troubles, but pushing in the Panther is damaged. So the infantry pushing in is going to prevent, of course, the enemy from repairing it. They can probably wipe out this guy. No, they can't, I guess. Still though, they've got some great damage dealt on the Panther, and now they're going to come in with Jackson to try to finish him off. Jackson is taking heavy damage from both the pack and the Panther thing. And that was very, very good smoke screen from the Easy 8, preventing the Pack 40 from destroying the Jackson. The Jackson could also not be destroyed by the Panther because it had a main gun destroyed, and so now it is dead, and the Pack is in trouble, but it's getting close to the base, so I can just reinforce. So the Easy 8 coming in here might not be the best idea ever, but he does destroy the Pack gun crew. He can now destroy the Pack gun itself. Kill the Pack gun! Kill the Pack gun! He did not kill the Pack gun, and now he's going to be in a bad position with the Königsdieger moving up his flank. So now he's going to be trying to bait in the KT, which might not be the best, you know, decision ever, because it's going to be difficult for him to flank the KT with these German troops down here. But I guess he's going to try. Clutch smoke. Clutch death.
We lost an infantry unit.
Clutch grenade.
They got wiped out.
Clutch support guns. That is so damn close to him dying. That was just a random time on target. Relic Lover 0 bytes would do a lot better if he didn't just waste his movement on these random arty strikes. I feel like he'd be in a much better position if he wasn't doing that.
Armor ready.
But hey, at least his Jackson did pretty well in the first engagement. Now the Allies need to sort of seize the day.
Enemy forces have
This bloody vehicle crew is so strong. He's got an LMG-42 and a M1919 light machine gun, just like whatever, on a vehicle crew. What do you mean you can't hear over the game sounds? The game sounds should be pretty low, but I am lowering it even further. Can you hear me now? Damn, game's very loud. Anyway, it should be less loud now. See, it's always difficult to gauge the audio levels for company. Losing another rifle squad just for no reason. It's always very difficult for me to gauge the audio levels in Company of Heroes because I don't know, it's just like it almost doesn't correspond to what I'm hearing, because I'm hearing it not very loud, but then when I of course try to look at the actual recording levels in Open Broadcasting Studio, you know, in OBS, which is what I use to record and to stream, I get kind of derped because as soon as I alt-tab, Company of Heroes drops the sound. It does not have any more sound, which is a problem with Darkest Tower or Hearts of Iron game as well. And yeah, that's kind of really annoying, because how can I look at the audio levels if I need to alt-tab to see the audio levels? But if I alt-tab, the game stops running the music and, you know, the sound effects, so I don't know the audio levels. That's kind of problematic. Anyway, Easy 8 looks like he's gonna be suiciding, and that's the Vet 2 Easy 8, so I'd rather not suicide that, but it seems like Sakis Mondeo has another, you know, idea up his mind, and now he's gonna lose, you know, Vet 2 strong as hell Easy 8. Kinda sad. The second Easy 8 is doing pretty well because he's killing a Panzer, sorry, not Panzer, for Arkenwerfer from behind. Of course, someone called the police, please, because this is sexual abuse. Can't kill the Arkenwerfer. Take your Easy 8 Sherman, use attack move, and kill this Arkenwerfer. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, apparently now it's working. Good. Thank you, Psycho. Kill this bloody Arkenwerfer so that they can't take it. He missed. The Easy 8 missed. After the player gets it right, the Easy 8, the unit, fucks up. There we go. It's finally dead. Second Sherman on the field for Relic Lover 0 bites, and now, yeah, I mean, this Sherman, oh, look at that. 8 She rounds just absolutely tearing through the German infantry. We have a couple of Panzerschrecks coming in, but they're going to get actually crushed by the EZ-8, which is going to use the destroyed American AT gun as kind of an anvil upon which to use his hammer, which is its own body. And look at that damage coming in from the American tanks, but they just can't wipe out the units at the last possible moment, which is just very, very sad. Hold on.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Damn. You just see those XP tickers just fly up from the Sherman. You know he's doing well. In the meantime, of course, I haven't been showing this, but if you've been looking at the minimap, it's obvious that the Americans are capping the south and center, which is, of course, what they're going to need to do to win this game at this point, because they're fighting over the north, and the Germans are very much tunneling over the north. They've got, you know, all their units up there. And that's bad, because they're just allowing the Allies free access and free capping over the center and the south. And the VP situation right now is starting to turn slowly but surely into the Allied favor. So yeah. Why do you lose your captain?
Combat unit ready.
Well, Psycho, if you send me casts in Vikinger, I will do them. Because, see, the thing is, I don't do Spearhead because I don't play it, or I've never played it. Whereas Vikinger, I haven't been playing it in a long time, but I have played it. I know how kind of how it works. I know most of the units, and I can just like brush up on any patches or anything, any additions that they've had. So it wouldn't be difficult for me to cast the Vikinger because I've got, like, you know, the bare minimum of game knowledge to make it in any way kind of like, you know, informative and not really just a bunch of retarded blabbering. But it's just, see, the thing is, I've got so many replays that people send me lately, which is good. It means that, you know, a lot of people want their games casted. That, yeah, it's kind of like, for example, this replay that I'm casting right now was sent like almost a month ago because I do like 3, maybe 4, maybe 2 casts a week because I just don't play as much Company of Heroes as I used to. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. So since there's so many replays that I already have, I don't go out of my way to look for other replays. If I didn't have any replays, I might go out of my way to, you know, look for other replays, and I might even cast some Vikinger because, I don't know, I wanted to or something, and I'd go look for people's replays on Vikinger because you just need to go to the Discord and there's people who post replays there. So it wouldn't be a problem for me to find Vikinger replays. It's just that, you know, it's just too far down the priority list. But if you send me a Vikinger replay, I will cast it, like, very gladly, because it's actually a very good mod. Oh, Sherman. Oh, the King Tiger. Oh. And it was at this moment that Klaus knew he fucked up. Because now he's really kind of boxed in. Just press S. Press S. Yes. Looks like he did that because the King Tiger wasn't able to phase through the Sherman, which is what usually happens with these kinds of things. And, yeah. Wait. Are they going to let him escape? No, they aren't. Good. Sherman in big trouble. Is he gonna get the smoke screen off? No, he's not using the smoke screen, so he dies for no reason. But, oh well, that's still pretty okay because he killed the KT, and KT for Sherman is a pretty damn good trade. And I'm guessing from the timer, the Nazis are gonna surrender right now. So what did they do mostly wrong? I would say that the Nazis played very well in the early to mid game, but then they kind of screwed up mostly on tactical stuff and on the fact that they tunnel vision so heavily on the north. They just had troops moving into the north all the time, and what that meant, damn, that's some great EZ-8 showing its superiority once again. What that meant is that they had yeah, of course, like, you're just gonna 4v1 the Panther and kill him. they just had such an unbalanced kind of positioning of their units, because they had, like, you know, maybe all their infantry out here, you know, and then the vehicles were here, and because they were only on one flank, it was easy for the eyes to come in and flank them from the center. And you saw there at the end, the King Tiger tried to move into the area where he didn't have all the infantry, aka the north, and so he was alone there, and lo and behold, you can just come down from like all sides as the Americans and take down the KT, especially because it was even like in the worst possible position here, because it's got a house that's covering its line of fire up to the north, and there's another house that's preventing it from firing to the south as well. So he's got a very tunnel visioned arc of fire either up here or, you know, to the rear, but if he's surrounded, can't really do too much. So yeah, that's first replay of the day. I haven't played with Puffo in a long while, and hey, yes, Hearts of Iron 4 has changed a lot, Millennium. They have added new graphics. Of course, that is how it works. By the way, now that you're on Twitch, I actually didn't have a Twitch viewer before you. How do you... how are you checking out the stream? Like, is it good? Is it good quality? Is it getting fucked by, like, buffering or anything like that? Because, I don't know, it was just complaining earlier that it wasn't really, you know, the bit rate was too high or something like that. So, I don't know. Hey, Psycho, you know, like, if you don't get obliterated too heavily, just send it. Even if you get obliterated, just as long as it's not like, you know, 20 minutes stomp. If you put up a decent fight, you know, take down some of their VPs, kill some of their high-value units, there's already things that you can work on to make a cast, and then maybe from watching the replay, you can kind